My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president if you want to. And my name is Vermin. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin Supreme. My name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, my name is Vermin, Vermin, Vermin Supreme. And you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote for me for president.
And now, an important message from the next Vice President of the United States of America, Spike Cohen.
Hey everybody, Spike Cohen here. Thank you for joining us for this special 420 AMA Ask Us Anything. I guess that would technically be a UA, but AMA event with me and Vermin Supreme. I am Spike Cohen, your next Vice President. And without further ado, let me please introduce the star of the show and your next President of these United States, Mr. Vermin Supreme. Vermin, happy 420. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Spike, for having me. It's great to be here as always. I'd like to give a big old howdy, 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 howdy to everybody out there listening. And happy 420. It's a very auspicious occasion. It's a day after Bicycle Day. So when you're all coming down from all that heavy stuff and still seeing maybe a few trails here and there, what could be better to reactivate that than a good solid puff of weed? Y'all like weed? Anybody here like weed? Any weed smokers in the house?
It's looking like we got quite a few in the comments, so yes.
Yeah. Finch smokes the weed, man. Finch smokes the weed for sure.
Yeah, and we've got some live guests with us tonight. We've got the Decorum Bot. Decorum Bot, come and say hi to us.
Hello, everyone.
And you have your trusty. What kind of sword is that again?
Yeah. So this is my Iaito. The actual real sword is being made.
Okay, nice. Finch is our resident robot samurai that protects the decorum here. So everyone, please keep decorum. I don't want it to get ugly. Please just keep the decorum. We also have Finch with us. Finch, thank you for joining us.
Aloha, we love you.
And he was an avocado earlier. We might see that later on. Dan, we have Dan, the beautiful, lovely Dan Faust. Dan, thanks for joining us.
Good evening, everybody. Glad to be here.
And of course, we have Vermin. And so, Vermin, before we start asking the questions, I just want to drop the sweet-ass merch that we now have in the store in honor of 420. If you go to verminsupreme2020.com /shop, or just go to verminsupreme2020.com and click on shop, you can get these new sweet-ass Vermin Supreme 420 shirts. You can also get a shirt with my head on it. And you might be wondering why you would want to do that. And I don't have a good answer for that, but it's there if you would want such a thing. If you want to impress your family with a shirt, and they'll say, "Who's that?" And you'll say, "It's Spike." And you can have that for the low price of $19.50. And so you can get the 420 stuff. And without any further ado, we can start looking at some of the questions here. Let's see. We have a lot of people that are happy about weed. Let's see a question. A lot of people that love you. I love you. I love you. Oh God, yes. That wallpaper makes for a hell of a trip. So we're seeing someone mentioning the fact that this is also the birthday of the man who killed Hitler. Let's see.
Go team.
Yeah, go team. And we're going to actually honor him even further by going back in time and taking that pressure off by killing him as a baby. So that's going to be even better.
No, that was a trick question, because they must mean it's his birthday because he killed himself. Is that the deal? Is that the joke? Is that the joke they're yanking on us?
That's the joke. We're getting a lot of happy 420s. We want you as president. We haven't actually I'm not seeing a question yet. So the
chat. I see a question in the chat.
Okay. So we have a question from Barry Sakaro, who asks, if Vermin gets elected, will everyone in my family get a pony, or is it just one pony for the whole household? What if my housemates don't share? That's actually a good question.
Well, Barry, I'm glad you asked that question. And it says to me that you don't pay much attention to the political platform planks of the Vermin Supreme. And of course, it's always been and will continue to be. Nothing has changed at all. It's the same promise. One free pony for every American citizen, regardless of citizenship. Yes, absolutely. And so, yes, you will have your pony, because your pony does, in fact, act as a pony identification system. That's very, very, very true. So you don't have to worry about sharing, but I mean, you'll want to share because ponies make you want to share, and sharing is caring, and ponies are caring. And so everybody will get their own pony, and you'll all be able to pitch in and shovel all that poop and compost it and grow your garden beautiful and feed your family with all that pony poop, and grow alfalfa to feed your family of ponies. And yes, you'll be frolicking in the fields and frolicking up and down the interstate in your pony carts, because there'll be no cars, and it will be the predominant means of transportation, along with the pony-based and pony-powered interstate roller coaster, of course, run by ponies and for ponies, along with various means and methods of mass transit systems through the Americas and beyond, based on, you guessed it, ponies. Now, are they going to be real ponies? Will they be stuffed ponies? Will there be some other animal being passed off as ponies that look vaguely like ponies but not quite like ponies? Will they even have four legs? Will they be robo ponies? Will they be cloney ponies? There's a lot of questions yet still to be resolved before the pilot program takes place naturally. And we have many very, very smart scientists who are working on these issues, and of course the policymakers that who love to make policy, and of course that's one of those policy questions about the ponies per family. Housemates don't share; they'll share because they'll have no choice. So it will be enforced sharing under a Vermin Supreme watch, because sharing is caring, and mutual aid is the only thing that will get us through this hellhole world that we live in. Thank you. I'm Vermin Supreme. Next question, please.
Thank you. Horgan Bros asks, do any of the ponies double as service animals?
Yes, yes, they do. They will serve you. They will make you breakfast. They will make your bed. They will do your laundry. They'll tidy up your house, and all of the other things that you would expect from a service animal. So, of course, they're very smart ponies.
Very good. Joseph Parkhurst asked, do you support the Second Amendment?
Yes, I do. In fact, Vermin Supreme is going to take your guns away in order to give you better ones. Thank you.
Very, very good. So next question, Kiko Sato asks, how do we convince people that we don't have to vote for one of the two big evils? How can we convince people to vote third party?
Well, that's a very curious question. I think it's a matter of forcing them to question their allegiance to these duopoly parties. I suppose peppering them with an endless succession of questions that make them question their loyalty and fealty, and let them understand that, of course, the government does not really have their best interests at heart. And all depends on the individual, of course. I mean, if they're reasonable people, they probably understand that intrinsically, and they probably understand that what they're doing is nothing more than some sort of theatrical practice. Now, um, um, yeah, I don't know. Spike, what do you say? What do you think?
Yeah, I think you nailed it there. I mean, you have to get them to question their premises. If they think that if you keep voting for one of the lesser evils, that's going to stop the so-called greater evil. We know that not to be true. We just keep getting more and more evil, and it's probably good to stop voting for evil. And anything that we can do to try to help convince them of that would be best. So let's see here.
The duopoly are candidates of no hope, no change, and bitter disappointment.
Exactly. So
Used to be my slogan, but it's okay.
Should criminals get to choose the kangaroo that they fight in kangaroo court?
I think it's more of a lottery situation. Although I will consider letting them pick out the name of the kangaroo without actually seeing the kangaroo. I think it should be sight unseen. Or they could pick out a number of the kangaroo. Perhaps they could be numbered. So I'm going to say, yeah, sure, they can pick it, but it would be random anyway.
Okay, good. Got a question from Alan Waker, who asks, do you consider yourself a social justice warrior?
I guess I could be considered that in one way, shape, or form, because I do believe in social justice, and I am, in fact, a warrior. Now, am I what that implies? I do not consider myself what that might be meaning to imply, which I would assume would imply a certain level of intolerance and bringing things to an absurd extension. I am pretty realistic when I'm looking at things, and I do understand a lot of the contextual parts involved in the bigger picture. I like to see how it all sort of fits in, but there are certain things that definitely cross the lines for me, and I assume for a lot of people. And yes, so sure, I fight for social justice, but I don't make fun of you because you eat meat or some other stupid thing, or like that. I'm not. I think that yes, but not the way you mean it. How about that? Or better yet, how do you mean that? I guess I should turn it around Socratically, right? Okay, yeah, because once again, there's not enough information there. I mean, if it am I the stereotype of what a lot of people perceive that to mean? I don't think so. But am I one? Maybe. I don't know. You tell me. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Lauren Thies asks, "Do you have a garden?"
Yes, we do. We have a lovely flower garden, and we've got a container garden. We are growing various vegetables of various varieties.
Very good. And then
it's a victory garden for victory.
Good, a victory garden. Mackenzie Maxwell asks, "How do you deal with the potential for pony uprisings?"
Well, anybody who has read the unwritten sequel to my novella, I Pony: Blueprint for a New America, would certainly know that the pony enslavement program, which I am proposing, is indeed a very long evolutionary game where we will, in fact, be encouraging the ponies once they're fully bred as perfect service animals and learn English and all that stuff. Yes, I fully expect and encourage their uprising. I am a species trader. Thank you. I'm Vermin Supreme.
Species trader. Very nice. Wreck-It Rowley Derek 5121 asks, "What are your views on LGBTQ issues?"
I'm all for them, as is the Libertarian Party platform. You can be whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Absolutely. And nobody should be able to stop you from feeling the way you want to feel and doing the things you want to do, as long as they harm no other people. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Very good, very good. And let's see here. Jake Dorsch asks, where is that? I just had it. Jake Dorsch asks, "Will Marianne Williamson have a place in the Vermin Supreme administration, and how would Vermin fight the dark psychic force of collectivized hatred?"
Well, I guess that would be up to Marianne Williams, who would be head of the department of what it is you just said.
Fighting the dark psychic force of collectivized
Fighting
hatred.
the dark, yes. That would totally be a cabinet level position. I think America needs that now more than ever.
Of course. Nice. So Ian Brandenburg asks, "Vermin, what would you do differently than President Trump in response to the coronavirus?"
Well, I think I am doing things differently than Donald Trump would be. Number one, I'm offering people my evening podcast or live stream, rather, with live water in order to mellow out in all the craziness instead of revving it up, because I can't watch Donald Trump without getting pretty revved up there. And I don't find to be a very calming presence or reassuring. Naturally, I think if I was in a position to do so, which is a purely hypothetical situation, but we'll go with it. Absolutely would have been a shit ton more prepared. Would not have fired the pandemic response team in advance. Would have heeded the warnings of a coming pandemic. And of course, adjusted various regulatory schemes and structures that prevented the timely deployment of testing kits and vaccines and things of that nature. The tracking would have been way ahead of it. Would not have been treating it like some sort of political bullshit fucking hoax and pretending it wasn't happening and hope it wasn't happening, saying that it'll be over in a week and it's all good. And I don't think I would be lying stupid bullshit to the people. And I think I would be paying a lot closer attention to the medical professionals and the scientists and the people who understand the dynamics involved. So that would be different. I wouldn't be in it to be the cheerleader in chief or some bullshit, which is I think is what he said.
Okay, very good.
And stuff like that.
And stuff like that.
Presidential stuff.
And presidential stuff. We got a question about the Rainbow Gathering. How do you feel about the Rainbow Gathering that would be happening or not happening in July? Do you have any advice for any Rainbow family trying to figure out what they should do about the situation this summer?
That's a very good question, and it's very hard to tell. At this point, it doesn't seem as if though we will know how the course of the virus itself is going to roll. Will it come back? Will it dip? Will it not go away? Will it? I mean, once again, the whole idea of the flattening the curve was to slow the roll. I mean, it wasn't going to ultimately change the number of people infected or die from it, but it was more so that it will be happening at once and overwhelming the medical systems available. So it is going to have to be a total wait and watch and see. Of course, there's the old rainbow saying, ignore all rumors of cancellation. But in this particular instance, we have to make a very wise and informed decision as to the risks versus the benefits. And, the purpose of the gathering is, of course, a very important exercise for us. And it's a very beautiful thing. And I love them very much. But can we skip a year? I mean, we can do anything. We can do anything we want. There have been years that have been split gatherings. There's every year is a different gathering, and this could be a year of no gathering. But yes, I guess perhaps look forward to it. Maybe still think about it. But I think we're obviously losing a lot of time on the ground and in the various councils, and so. Yes, I wish us all good luck, and I wish us all wisdom in this decision. And I hope that we make the right call that is the safe call for our family. And that, there's enough rainbow cooties, you know what I'm saying? Crap.
Very good. So Bart Meckham asks, when elected president, what will you swear in on?
Well, I guess I hadn't really given that very much thought at all. I guess I would be swearing in on a pony. Thank you.
Very good. And let's see what else we have here. Kieran Jones asked, what would you suggest each individual person do to prevent the further polarization of public opinion in our country?
Well, opinions are a thing. Everybody's got them. I guess keeping it in mind that just because someone has a different opinion doesn't necessarily make them your enemy or even your opponent. They could just be a friend of yours that has a differing opinion on things. And I think most opinions are open enough. I mean, hopefully people are open enough that they can alter their opinions when presented with facts, or I like discussing things with people. I mean, you learn things. And so I think it would be encouraging dialogue, and of course trying to
My name is
Hey everybody, we had a bit of a snafu where we lost our signal with Zoom for a second, but we're bringing everyone else back on. We've got Decorum back. It looks like we have Vermin. We are, and is that Vermin or is that Dan? Let's see. Anyway, bear with us. We are getting everything back together. In the meantime, I will go through some of these questions. It was the dark energy. Yeah, Maxwell, it was definitely the dark energy. Definitely came for us just now.
It was the 5G.
Yeah, the 5G came for us. So we're just waiting for Vermin to hop back on, and then we will be able to resume. Let me go through some of the comments here. Dan Supreme. Yeah, no, it's Dan Supreme is our new president until Vermin gets back.
So Vermin said he'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, very good. So, all right, good. So, Matt Hicks wants to know, still want to know if I can be a Supreme Court justice. I have no problem with that, Matt. And if Vermin's cool with it, I know we do plan on, again, keep in mind, we are going to impeach all of the Supreme Court all the way down to the janitor, whose name is Reginald, and that he will be our king. So, I mean, we'll certainly add you to the Supreme Court, but with the understanding, of course, that then you're going to get impeached. So, I mean, we're fine with that if you are. Like, if you're cool with that, then we are too. It looks like Vermin Vermin is back.
I'm back. Hey.
That's great. Okay, good.
Hello. So we're back. I'm back.
Okay, good. So, great. So, we are back. And Vincent Dog asks, Vermin Supreme, how should we deal with the singularity and the takeover of artificial intelligence?
Who's the singularity is taking over the artificial intelligence, or the artificial intelligence is taking away from the singularity?
The singularity of artificial intelligence is taking over, I believe, us.
Us. Yeah. Well, I for one welcome our new artificial intelligence overlords, because they obviously are going to know what's best for us from a artificial perspective. I think humans just have too much emotionally invested in the future of the human race, and I suspect our new AI overlords will put it all in perspective for us. And so I think we're probably wise to go along with that program. Thank you.
Good. That sounds good. Let's see what's here. Would you support the Canadian Prime Minister giving us all ponies? Presumably that's a Canadian asking that.
Oh, okay. Would be better if the Canadian Prime Minister was giving all us Americans ponies. That would be a very a good gesture of goodwill, and might make up for that blackface incident or incidences, I suppose. But nonetheless, yes, I believe it is the right of every citizen and every nation state to absolutely have their very own free pony. Thank you.
Very good. Timothy Everton says, how do I ask them questions? You just type it and we look for it.
You just add a question mark, or was that your question?
Well, if it is, we answered it. So if that is your question, then congratulations, you have asked your question. It's very meta. JC Cook said you probably had to go away briefly to roll one up. That's also probably true.
Yes, that too.
Let's see what's here. How many ties do you wear?
I feel a little naked. I was just realizing that. Hold on, I'll be right back. I didn't know who dressed me this morning, but it wasn't me. Hold on, I'll be right back.
It's like he's naked without a tie. It's terrible. Decorum Bot, you didn't spot this lack of decorum in Vermin not having a tie on?
Well, it actually looked like he may have had a tie on earlier, and if he comes back wearing any fewer than two ties,
yes.
Yes, there we have it. He's
I don't know if
Cthulhu
you're
now.
aware, but I've been innovating a new masking method that involves the neckties. Joe, in these days of Corona, the more ties you have, the more prepared you are for this type of thing.
Is that
so? Yeah, generally anywhere minimum of 3, usually about 6, I think. Or in one of the memes, when the police officer is asking me how many ties I have, my response is all of them.
very good? And so is that is that Cthulhu that you're creating there when you have it over your head?
Button hold on, Spike. Hold on. When I got up for my neckties, my earphones fell out of my ears.
Oh no!
So I'm flying blind here, people. Bear with me.
That's okay. No, I was saying, is that Cthulhu? Did you create Cthulhu when you put it over your head, over your mouth like that?
Yes, that was a Cthulhu. Yes, totally.
Very good. Now Finch has something to say. It appears. Finch.
The singing avocado.
Okay, fine. We'll just look at the avocado. So let's see. We have some questions here. Chase Oliver asks you, what is more libertarian, voluntarily helping your friends and neighbors during a pandemic, or going to a protest alongside Proud Boys and MAGA hat people?
I'd have to say probably the first one. I think is a much more practical application of libertarian goodwill and voluntarism and mutual aid and all that. Yes, I mean, nothing against.
Sorry,
yes.
I was on mute.
Singing avocado.
Okay, fine. We'll just look at the avocado. So let's see. We have some questions here. Okay.
Whoa, we're rewinding. Whoa, I'm going back in time.
We're going back in time with the avocado. That's the time-traveling avocado. So Cameron Kogan asks, this is a question for me. Is Spike your real name, and did you ever get your hair cut? I clearly have not gotten my hair cut yet, because I don't want to get COVID, and also they're all closed anyway. Spike is not my real name. My slave name is Jeremy, but I've been Spike since I was 3, and I desperately do need a haircut, so thank you for bringing that up. Let's see what else we have in the comments here. Oh, here's one from Elvis. Let's see here, from Elvis Martinez. When was the last time you shaved your beard?
Pardon?
When was the last time you shaved your beard?
When I shaved it, I have not shaved it in many, many years. I think my high school senior pick was the last time I was completely clean shaven. I have had it trimmed down quite tight when I was when I went undercover as Ken Stevenson, the right wing fundamentalist anti-sodomite presidential candidate in the 2008 film Vote Jesus. I trimmed it down pretty good. For a bunch of years, I wasn't wearing the mustache, so I was more of an Amish look. And sometimes I've had the sides shaved down and just a little beard goatee thing on the bottom. But there's always been a little bit of fuzz on my face, and I could tell I often like it a little trimmed up a little bit better. I don't mind it a little tighter. But since I got the meme, since I became the meme with the big bushy wizard beard, it seems that the fans really like the beard. It's part and parcel of the image at this point. So I'd be real hesitant to shave it all off.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Although I might.
Yeah, it's part of the brand at this point. So we have let's see. Tim Stanley asked, "Do you prefer pancakes, waffles, or crepes?"
Obviously, a trick question. One of those gotcha questions, mind you. And you're not going to get me. It's waffles all the way. Am I right,
Yes.
Spike?
You're damn right. You're damn right. This is Waffle House country, Tim. And for those who don't know, that boot is a floppy rubber boot. What keeps it erect, besides the Vermin's magic, of course, and constant massaging, is in fact a spine, if you will, made out of a Waffle House menu. So this is waffle country, and if we bow for the waffle and stand for the syrup, and if you don't like that, then get the hell out. Let's see. So we get a question from Julian Drebeek. I'm destroying people's names tonight, so I apologize. Julian asks, I have read that you are a fan of Peter Kropotkin. What are some of his key ideas that you support?
Oh, once again, I guess just the idea of mutual aid and people helping people and being able to disengage from the state in such a fashion where we are creating this sort of alternatives that prove that we don't need no stinking government. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see what else here. So, Touche881 asks, what are your long-term political goals?
That is a very good question. Post-state utopia, modeled on Ponytopia, I suppose, but not necessary. I'm a reasonable man. I'm open to other suggestions and seeing how the ways shake out. I guess ultimately I'd just like to see a autonomous parallel universe existing on this present day infrastructure, maybe, or the present day skeleton, or the present day land, or this being my first real political campaign, as it were. I mean, in previous campaigns it was not so much. And of course, now that I'm a rising star in the Libertarian Party and all, well, there's just no telling what could happen, really. I mean, could I be a member of the LNC at some point? I guess all things are possible. Of course, that's if I don't get the nomination and don't become president this November. Naturally, and if I become president, I guess I'm quite busy for at least 4 years, or until impeachment, whichever comes first. And so, yes, I hope that vaguely answers your question. Thank you.
Yeah, and I mean, and I will say this. I just someone asked me about, if we actually got elected, the impeachment would start immediately. How would we fight that? And I said, if we're able to successfully change the public conversation to the extent that we actually get elected president and vice president, then if they immediately try to turn around and impeach us, then the public's going to be pretty upset about that. and it will actually be quite a gift that they'll be giving us politically to do that.
Of
But
course,
so we have.
I would welcome impeachment. Of course, I would welcome being impeached and getting out of there as soon as possible, I suppose.
And we'll say you can impeach us if we don't impeach you first. So let's see. Chris Olensky asks
from unimpeachable source right there.
Unimpeachable source, yeah. Chris Olensky asks Cheetos, crunchy or poofy?
Crunchy for sure.
Very good. And Tim Wolfers asks, what is your favorite beer type? And Tim likes double IPA.
I am a fan of all things stout. I mean, yes, IPA will do in a pinch, but I just enjoy that dark, bitter, rich stout.
Very good. Percents Official asks, what are your thoughts on all the COVID conspiracies? And I'll give an example that, COVID isn't real. It's actually just reaction to the 5G towers.
Well, I would suppose that some of the conspiracy theories are considerably more ridiculous and far-fetched than others, and that one certainly is. Some that have a little more plausible basis in reality. Those are always the ones that make you go, the biolab in Wuhan, right close to the wet market where the thing appeared. I mean, although one would assume that the security precautions at such a lab are super, super tight, who knows? Some, I don't. But so some are easy to buy into, others, and I don't get that people buy into the totally far-fetched ones, and that it is leading to some bad decision making on some people's part. It seems on how to deal with it. I mean,
right. I mean, it's all a distraction from.
Yeah, if they don't believe it's real, then they're probably a danger to society. But how do we as a society deal with that particular individual who believes it's all 5G and then proceeds to cough and sneeze on you and give you COVID?
Right. Right. Well, I mean, it's all a distraction from the fact that birds aren't real. Deborah Altman asks, is decaf coffee a violation of the NAP?
Not if it's voluntary, I suppose. But if somebody slipped you a cup of that stuff, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, it sounds pretty bad. Alex Merced, shout out to Alex Merced, who was asked for.
Alex.
He's asked for a hi. Say hi to him.
Hi, Alex. How you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Say hi to all the other Alex accounts.
Everybody else named Alex. Hey.
Jackie McGowan asks, when you take my guns and give me better ones, specifically what kinds am I getting?
Well, ultimately, it depends what kind you have, of course. Essentially, it's really a very simple program, quite frankly, because all we have to really do is replace the people with the best guns. People have the best guns. We're just going to give them slightly better guns, and then everything else is pretty much a hand-me-down. So then we hand down the next tier of better guns down to the next level and trade them down like that. So it's not quite a buyback program. It's of course I guess it is redistribution, but it's voluntary, of course. So it's not communism. It's good old Americanism. Thank you.
Good old Americanism. A good old American gun pyramid scheme, it sounds like. So we got a question,
but it's sustainable. I mean, it works. It's not a pyramid. Pyramid schemes don't work. This is like this is finally a trickle down economics, trickle down firearm economics. It's pretty simple, really.
That works.
That works.
Right. That's the key part, is that it works. It's not going to not work. We have a question from JD Brooks, who asks, who is Spike? No offense, I don't know who Spike is. No offense taken, I'm glad you asked. My name is Spike Cohen. I am the co-owner of Muddied Waters Media. I am the host of My Fellow Americans, and I'm also the co-host of the Muddied Waters of Freedom. And ever since December, I have been Vermin Supreme's vice presidential running mate. We have been running a non-linear messaging campaign, insurgent campaign to boot pill the American public into libertarianism through humor and goodwill. And that's who I am, and I'm sticking to it. Let's see. Rusty Leach asks, do your cabinet members get lightsabers?
Yes, they do, Rusty, and you'll get one too.
Oh wow! So free lightsabers for everybody.
No, just Rusty. Just Rusty.
Just for Rusty. We'll add that. We'll add free light. Right. That's the 11th part of my platform is a free lightsaber for Rusty. Justin Tucker asks, what is your favorite movie or movies?
Let's see. Brazil pops into mind. I often come back to that one. That's just so darn funny. So lovely, so wonderfully dystopian and entertaining at the same time. So yeah, I like that. That's probably my favorite all times, I guess. Right offhand. And I liked Earthquake 78 and Sense Around. That was a really good movie. I saw it at the movie theater, and they had these big, giant-ass speakers in the back, and they had the subsonic rumble. So when the earthquake in Los Angeles was falling apart, and it was very exciting. And I also liked Towering Inferno. That was a good one. That was pre 9/11. Charlton Heston. I think he was in all of them, but that one the big fire in the tower, and the Poseidon Adventure was pretty cool too. Come to think of it. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Let's see.
I wish they'd remake the Poseidon Adventure. I bet they could do a really good job of that with all that CGI shit, don't you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, every time they remake a movie, it's incrementally better than before, right? Like, I mean, every time. They never ruin it at all. Let's see here. Cody Welsh says that he has a question from a friend. This is not Cody asking. This is a friend who told Cody. It was asking for a friend. What will you do with the deep state, all caps, deep state reps that are pedophiles?
Send them into outer space, the sun, and watch their heads explode. Thank you.
That's valid, actually.
From deep state to deep space.
From deep state to deep space. Why am I having a hard time saying that? From deep state to deep space.
Deep space.
That's fair. I think that's actually a good compromise program. Doo-doo Pancakes asks, can your boot be weaponized?
It has been.
It has been
serving very effectively in that capacity. Yes, it's a weapon against normalcy. It's a weapon against normalcy. It's a weapon against order. It's a weapon against preconceived notions. So it has in fact been weaponized in terms of screwing with conformity and screwing with the squares. And in fact, it seems to induce an extremely negative reaction in some people, also known as boot or vermin derangement syndrome. And it's real. It's real, people.
Was that a laugh from the lovely Becky that I just heard?
Yes, that was Becky laughing in the background.
Does she have a lovely message for a message of hope for all of us tonight?
Becky, do you have anything to say? She's shaking her head. Yes, Becky says you're all going to die.
We're all going
Happy
to die.
420.
Happy 420. We're all going to die. Thank you so much. Alec asked, why is Vermin on the AMA when we could have Becky? That's actually fair. That's a fair question.
Becky, they want to know why you're not on the AMA. Because she would have none of it. She would because she would have none of that.
Because we don't deserve her. Aurelia Hersing, I'm usually good with names, and I know I'm ruining at least 2/3 of these names. Asks, what do you think is the best way for libertarians and social anarchists to get along?
Just fucking get a project together, I suppose, is always the best way for social anarchists and non-social anarchists to get along. I mean, there's obviously always the disaster relief, but I think there's just a lot of projects that we could easily join forces on and inspire each other. And what better way to get to know somebody than to work with them, I think. So, and of course that, and just respect and communication and being gentle in your disagreements and persuasions, perhaps, and like that.
Very good.
With
Very good.
love and compassion, motherfuckers.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you. And I have breaking news, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. We have some breaking news. The Libertarian Party presidential recruitment contest has ended. And the winner...
Whoa!
And the winner, by not even close, the winner there, in fact, the logo, it's so high the logo's in the way. Vermin Supreme completely blew away the rest of the competition, respectfully.
Shit. I wanted 100. We failed.
We came close. We came close. We came very close. We got
what did I say, like 85, 90?
It's 85. It's 85. It's at least it's at least it's 90 something. It's looking like it's in the 90s. We got pretty damn close.
Are we sure it's over? Because I saw in some places going to the 30th. Do we know this for sure? Or
well, according to the contest, it says it ends on the 20th. So unless they changed it
on one of the, I don't know what site I saw. No, I don't know. I guess we should clarify, but still we won. I mean,
we won the original date, and if it turns out that it ends on the 30th, then we'll win then. But we won as of now. We are the winners at the very least. At the very least, we're the winners now.
I mean, and people still can join through that join with Vermin Supreme link, I think.
Yep.
We still get props for that. I mean, it's not for the contest, but it goes to proof of concept, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, if you want,
or you can just send us money too.
You can just send us money. You can actually do both. There's no reason to choose between those two. You can go to LP for Libertarian Party, lp.org/Vermin Supreme and sign up today to be a member of the Libertarian Party with Vermin Supreme. Get boot pilled today. And then when you're done with that, go over to the shop, verminsupreme2020.com/shop, or just click on the old shop link. Once you're in verminsupreme2020.com, you can get all sorts of fun shirts and stickers and bumper stickers and all sorts of other merch in there. In addition, and including the brand new Vermin Supreme 420 stuff that we've got in the store, and that hat, that damn shirt with my face on it, which is apparently selling, and people want that.
Really? That's wonderful.
Yeah, we've got people who have said they have looked at that and said, yes, I definitely want to both own and wear that. And so if
it's a very inspirational face you have.
It is. I'm inspired. Especially. I'm inspired. I hope you are as well.
Makes me want to print it up and wheat paste it everywhere.
That would be. I'm the new Banksy.
Exactly.
Just my face staring at you, bemused. So if you want one of those, be sure to get that today. And let's see what else we have here. Where's that? Grandma Jojo wants to know, A, if you know that today is Weed Day, and B, what you think about weed.
Weed!
It's pretty clear there.
Well, I like weed. I smoke weed and I smoke grass, and if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. But on a more serious note, yes, I like weed and I smoke grass, and if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. But on a more serious note, yes, if I smoke weed and I smoke grass, and I've been doing so for my entire life, pretty much until I was old enough to do so. And now life is so good now in the great state of Massachusetts, where weed is legal and you can grow your own. And that's a beautiful thing. And now I'm smoking homegrown's all right by me, people. And we should free the weed, of course, and we should free all the prisoners of weed and all of the drugs and all other nonviolent crimes with no victims. All of these people need to be released. But yeah, the war on drugs, the war on weed is outrageous. And I love weed. And it's so nice to be in a place, in a state where it's legal, and there's that whole level of paranoia that just goes away. I remember the first time we were driving through Oregon with some weed, possessing some weed, and you just drive by the cops, and it's like, ha ha ha, we have weed, ha ha, who cares? And because everything else is, not going to get pulled over. There's no other reason to get pulled over for it. No worry. So it's just this whole level of stress and worry that legal weed brings, I think, for weed smokers, and I applaud it. Legalize it, yay! Happy
Very
420,
good.
everybody.
Happy 420, everybody. Michael S. Staley has a question for me. Spike, are you going to receive some sort of headwear if elected? If so, what? Another boot, a stocking, etc. I'm definitely not going to wear the boot because that is Vermin's brand. Unless he mandates it, in which case I will, because I follow the law. I believe we are a nation of laws. If I don't get my hair cut soon, I'm definitely going to have to start wearing hats just out of a matter of necessity. Otherwise, I do occasionally wear my taxation is theft hat, which is definitely not pandering to libertarians. So I do occasionally wear that, but only to not pander, only in a way that isn't pandery. Just in a perfectly natural, organic way of wearing something like that. So let's see what else.
Spike, have you ever thought of going dread?
Have I ever thought of going what?
Dreadlocks?
I haven't, but we certainly could.
I don't know. I'm picturing you with dreadlocks. I could see them.
I could try that.
I think you could rock them. I think you could rock that kind of cultural appropriation.
Well, I mean, I do like cultural appropriation. So there is that. Let's see. Desiree Lindsay asks, Spike, what are you going to name your pony? I was going to name him Tony the Pony, but it turns out that Vermin's going to name his pony Tony the Pony. So I changed it to Macaroni the Pony.
Two Tony the Ponies. Well, it could be two, or I could name mine Tony 1.
Tony and Tony 1 and Tony 2 the ponies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't Tony, wait a minute, wasn't Tony a musical group from the 90s or something?
Right, so we just need to find yet another person to name their pony Tony. Or no, it was Tony Tone. So we would need, so you could be Tony spelled with a Y, mine could be Tony spelled with an I, and then we'd need a third person to name their pony Tone.
I mean, the name's not so much important as is the matching lip tattoo that you get on your inner lip, and that's what you like. That's what you get scanned, and your pony gets scanned, and that's what has to match up. So I mean, that's the important part. You can name it whatever you like.
Okay, very good. So let's see what else we got here. Apparently Nick Sarwark is watching. I'm seeing a lot of references to him.
Hi, Nick. Am I acting presidential enough, do you think?
Yes. So you have been asked, I would think, at least 50 times your thoughts on Minecraft, and specifically if you will join this person's Christian Minecraft server. And I can't ignore it because it's been asked just so many times. So do you have any very strong thoughts on Minecraft?
I do not know enough about Minecraft. I can say that at one point there was some Minecraft fan art. I do remember that because that's the one where you build things to blow them up or some shit. And I think, is that the one? If so, yeah, they built a bunch of Vermin Spike billboards and other related type of things that they destroyed. But yeah, I would like to learn how to play Minecraft. I think maybe.
Well, good. Well, if you want to join one, this person would like you to join his Christian Minecraft server, which is, I guess, different from regular secular ones. Let's see. Gamers for Vermin. Hashtag Gamers for Vermin. Now, it's good that we answered that, because now you have a lot of people that are very happy that you did that.
In fact, several people have been encouraging me to go on to the Twitch and do some sort of Twitch stream, and apparently that's a major gamer outlet. People tend to watch people play games, but not necessarily. And so some people have been encouraging me to go in that direction, to do a little Twitch stream. Perhaps we can include Twitch into the AMA next time. Maybe we can broadcast there.
I don't see any reason why we can't.
That would be a pretty good way to start up the Twitch presence, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So Novell asks, what is the question that nobody ever asks you, but you wish that they would?
I guess that if I really care about ponies or toothbrushing, really, and nobody ever asked me that. Vermin, do you really care about the ponies and toothbrushing? I'm not going to answer it, but
it'd be nice if they asked.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have them.
It'd be nice if they asked. So Bucket asks, would you rather fight one pony-sized duck or 100 duck-sized ponies?
Well, I think the choice is easy, and that's why I'm going to go the opposite way. I mean, I think anybody could. That's just a lot of, duck horse-sized kicking bunch of horses and stuff, and that'd be sad. I think you really want to fight a horse-sized duck, just because it's much more of a challenge, much more adrenaline. I mean, I think that's why we're fighting for. I mean, we're not fighting to win. We're fighting for kicks, and we're fighting for thrills.
So you're going with the tougher choice because it's the greater thrill.
Exactly. I mean, 100 duck-sized horses? I mean, come on. I mean, you'd just be kicking them all over the darn place. It wouldn't even be. You'd feel bad doing it. Why would you want to do that? But on the other hand, a horse-sized duck is a clear and present danger, and would need to be dealt with, because before it would attack too many people, it would murder
you. This actually brings up another
duck teeth and duck claws and stuff. Wings.
So this brings up another question that actually is from me to you, that is related to safe and legal thrills. Do you support throwing used car batteries into the ocean?
Well, I used to believe that when I was told that making reefs for the fishes out of used tires was a fantastic idea. And of course, at one point it was like, wow, what a great idea for used tires. The fish will love them. But then, 40, 50 years later, it doesn't seem to be such a great idea. And
wait, were you serious? That was seen as a good idea?
Oh, yes, it was oh shit, Spike. Back in the 70s, that was a huge win-win for the environment. It was like disposing of tires by chaining them together into giant freaking artificial reefs and sinking them in the ocean. Oh, Google that shit up. And
oh my God.
Just recently they started checking back on them, and it's like, oh, what a bad idea that was, it seems. So I'm always a sucker for a good novel solution for I remember when they first came up with that trash to energy. We're gonna turn your trash into energy,
right?
By burning it and pouring the smoke all over these lower income neighborhoods. They didn't mention that part though.
That's the downside.
Like a great idea, right? I mean, burn the fucking trash, but Jesus. Anyway.
I thought you were joking like I was about the car batteries. I didn't know that you actually. that they actually wanted
Oh
people
no,
to...
the tires was a real thing. Hundreds, thousands of tires chained together, and they sunk them, and yeah, fun.
That
Good
is
times.
funny. Do you support mandating pockets for dresses?
Uh, Once again, I think it should be voluntary. And here's a question for you. You would think the market would provide. What's up with that?
One would
I think
think,
that's
yeah.
simply you know, begging for a solution. It's begging for you as a consumer who has such a need to make that happen. I guess. I mean, you could corner the market in pocket dresses. In fact, maybe I will. Vermin Supreme's pocket dresses. Yeah,
I think it would
fashionable,
sell. I think it would sell.
functional, yeah, bunch of pockets. And you know what's the fake pockets and suit jackets? What's that bullshit all about? Really, seriously, people, designers, clothes. Who needs them?
Well, and if you're going to have them, they need to have pockets at the very least. Let's...
The only reason I wear pants.
That's fair. So Shadowbot696 asks if maybe we should just be using our trash piles as forts when we are all homeless and displaced.
Probably. Sounds about right.
That's fair. So we get a question from
Start now.
Start collecting your trash right now.
Start building that fort. You're gonna need it.
Let's see. Rainbow Weaver asks, how do you feel about student debt and how should we address it as a nation?
Well, as I have been hinting at, not fully proposing, but been throwing it out there, I think in the current situation of economic meltdown and what have you, debt jubilee pops into my mind, and I see that phrase and I see that article, and I like the idea of full-on debt forgiveness, and especially the fact that government student loans are absolutely illegitimate debt, as is any government debt or any government entity or structure, really, for that matter. But when you get right down to it, so yes, I could conceivably see an argument to be made that the debt that had been entered into was not real debt to be entered into. That it was a false debt. It was fake.
It's illegitimate debt. Yeah.
Real.
Yep.
And so I could go along with such arguments. Once again, I'm open to interesting arguments that bring us in different directions. I mean, heck, look at that Gray fellow bringing up the UBI. I mean, come on now.
We got UBI in the house now, yeah.
UBI in the house. I mean, that the window's being open a little bit.
The window is open.
I mean, the window's open. Does that mean we can start pimping that shit now, Spike?
Well, as long as we call it a negative income tax, absolutely.
I'm for a super negative income tax.
Negative 10,000% income tax for all.
I'm for a double negative income tax. Judge Gray, I'm going to up you on. I'm for a double negative income tax.
That is perfect. We are definitely tweeting that later. So trans for Tulsi asks, I'm actually going to take this one. Trans for Tulsi asks, can you make all law enforcement wear steel armor and carry swords? We're going to do you one better there, Trans for Tulsi. As item number, I believe, 7 of my verbal agreement for an even better America, we are going to force all of the police officers to wear Barney outfits, Barney the purple dinosaur, and sing the Barney theme song to any suspect that they are arresting, along with their Miranda rights. And the suspect has to be released without arrest or citation if that officer is unable to sing the entire theme song word for word in perfect tone the entire time, in key, or in any other way, does not portray themselves as a convincing Barney. And so, that isn't just the song, like doing the whole thing. They have to be in character the whole time. If the person runs away, they have to go, "Hey, stop right there," and go after him, and the whole thing. With the Barney outfit on, it is a powerful civil liberties tool, of course, because it is going to be really up to the perp, as it were, to decide whether or not they felt like this was a convincing Barney. And so if you can say in your heart of hearts that you believe that that officer was not being the best Barney that they truly could be, they have to let you go. And that's very powerful. So let's see here. Here are some other questions.
But they could still kill people with impunity?
Well, no, not if, I mean, only if they're a convincing Barney.
Okay.
Only if they're a convincing Barney.
Now, what tune would you set the Miranda rights to, do you think?
Oh, I guess they do have to say. I was thinking just sing the theme song. Well, then I guess
something bad. Pat Benatar comes to my mind. You have the right. Oh, maybe Beastie Boys. You have the right to remain silent.
And then pivot right back to Barney, and that's where it's going to get hard. To go from kind of like a hardcore like punk rap thing straight back into like children's music is going to be tough for even the most seasoned officer. So that's going to be a tough one for them. Let's see here.
Well, that's why the ranks of the police will be probably replaced by musical theater majors.
Even better. So Anthony Plagg says, "What will a Supreme administration do to prevent climate collapse?" You have a proposal, and so do I, but I'll let you start first on that one.
Well, yes, weather domes, pretty much.
Weather domes. Yeah, mine is similar. We hear a lot that America needs a wall, and that the people who are against a wall are hypocrites because they have walls in their homes, which is true. But they also have roofs in their homes. And I say that America needs a roof with a nice skylight. And we need to start letting the weather, if the weather wants to come into this country, it has to do so legally, like our grandparents' weather did back in the day. They came legally and they assimilated into our culture, that weather that came. And we need to make sure that that's happening now, because now this new climate change weather is not assimilating to our cultures and values like the old acid rain weather of the 70s. And so we need to make these changes now. We need a nice roof with a big beautiful skylight so that the weather can come in legally, similar to the dome, but more of like an A-frame design. So, but similar. It's similar. So let's see here.
I like the up against the wall hypocrites.
The up against the wall hypocrites?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, houses have walls and they also have kitchens. So I guess America needs a kitchen. Like it's an odd analogy. Let's see.
It's snack time in America with the Supreme Spike administration.
It is snack time. Yeah, we're doing the cheesy bread and we're giving some other snack too, right?
I'm sure of that.
So, let's see here. Let's see. People are really loving the roof and the dome. That was a very big hit.
The roof is on fire. The roof is on fire. We don't need the motherfucker. Let it burn, mother. Oh, breaking up. Sorry, mother. Burn. Yes. Oh, sorry.
That's the new national anthem, by the way. Casey Tunconi says the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a guy in a Barney costume with a gun. That wasn't really a question, but I just thought it was funny. Let's see here.
You could put a question mark on the end.
Oh, yeah. So I'll put a question mark on the end. Is the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun a good guy with a Barney costume with a gun?
And the answer is yes.
Of course. Yes. Charles Howe asks, in light of the coronavirus, will you be including corona-exposed zombies in your energy platform?
Got to do something with them. Got to do something with them.
Got to do something.
Keep them away from the humans, you know what I'm saying?
That's fair. Let's see. Michael Witter is throwing you an absolute softball. Will you end the war on drugs, Vermin Supreme?
Yes, I will surrender to the drugs. Actually, I think there's no way we can win this war on drugs, and that's why I'm capitulating and surrendering to the drugs themselves.
I, for one, welcome our druggish overlords.
Come and take me away.
Oh man. When Shrek 1234543121123 asks, "What are you gonna do to get the fairy tale creatures out me swamp?"
Could you repeat that, please?
What are you gonna do to get the fairy tale creatures out me swamp?
Okay, there, yes. Well, I'm going to flood that swamp with good things. And I will, of course, participate in magical rituals that will certainly call forth all of these good-natured spirits and creatures. Yes, they will come. If you build it, they will come.
They will come. If you flood it, they will come. So Jonathan Schwinn asks, how far is going too far when using violence to defend yourself or others?
Anything past reasonable, perhaps?
So like proportionality?
I think so. Enough to, it depends on the nature of the threat, I suppose. The nature of the, you have to really weigh all of your options. But I would assume that it should be reasonable and proportional, not excessive. That's one of the things that one of the themes that I often remind the police of at various demonstrations. That the basic precept of it is only the amount of force that is required to effect the arrest. So the minimal use that would be required to neutralize the nature of the threat that was occurring, I suppose. So
we are being asked if you could show us how to properly do violence. But since Becky is the only person nearby, I'm going to ask you to not do that.
Hold on.
Oh God.
Oh, that hurt. But it feels so good when I stop.
Very good. Thank you. Let's see here. How many Police Academy movies do you think will be?
Hold on, my earbuds fell out.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Brutal assault on myself. Fully consensual. It was okay.
That looked non-coerced. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Thank you. Splom Splevins asks, how many Police Academy movies will be released in your administration?
Each and every one of them will get its very own remake.
Oh, even better. Bringing back the old ones. Jason Hess asks if people with pony allergies can get an electric skateboard instead of a pony. Now, you all, of course, have a hypoallergenic pony program.
Yes, it is a hypoallergenic pony. No allergies, no excuses. But the pony will be able to ride an electric skateboard.
Oh, so it's actually a twofer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well, good. J.C. Cook, our good friend there, asked, do you support the idea of restorative justice as an alternative to the broken justice system under which we currently reside?
I do believe that that is, in fact, a very solid principle to work with in any sort of society that is attempting to work it out amongst themselves without involving the state to enforce such things. So yes, restorative justice is indeed, of course, a wonderful thing if we can make it work. Of course, without the threat of violence, I guess. It depends ultimately on a lot depends on the willingness of the person who has wronged a person or done wrong to own that and do what needs to be done to make it right. So of course, like many things, it is premised on people being highly ethical and stuff like that.
Very good.
Thank you.
We have, where was the question that we just had? Will it be, and I can actually answer this one, will it be legal to duct tape fully automatic firearms to my free pony? Not only will that be legal, but we will also be retrofitting your ponies. That's item number 4 on my verbal agreement for an even better America. Actually, I think it's number 6. No, 6 is the Barney cops. 7 is this, which is we're going to retrofit your free ponies, if you wish, with a 20 millimeter Vulcan cannon, which is actually much more impressive than pretty much any other automatic weapon. So that should be very good. And let's see what else here. Do you support the use of horse meat?
Oh, and might I also suggest a holster for a pony holster for your long arms. Yes, please support your local pony-based long arm holster manufacturer
in these trying times. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see here. Do you support, Maximus Prime asks, do you support the use of horse meat as long as it's not pony-based horse meat?
I'm not one to really make a judgment on that. I know some people eat horse meat. I hear it's pretty tasty, and sure, why not? Humans tend to eat all sorts of animals, and of course, if it's a equine-based economy, that is certainly one way that we could, in fact, make it work. Some of my pony economists have suggested that we actually would be able to make change in such a fashion in a pony-based economy. I have seen illustrations and photographs of canned horse meat. And so if you're at the store and you need to make change for your pony as you were making a purchase with your pony, if we were going with that time stream, that might be some of the change you might receive. Thank you.
But will you replace the pony if someone eats it?
Well, once things get really going, you'll be able to, breed your own little mini pony farm on your own little plot of land with your family, because everybody will have their own ponies. So of course you can be breeding ponies, and if you do create a surplus or an excess of ponies, sure, you could do that. People do raise things to eat. Don't tell anybody I said that, though.
That's fair. It's a pony equity. JC Cook asks, can we use Nazis to become zombies to create a love machine that don't work for nobody but you?
Yes.
I think that's the correct answer. Yes. Let's see. Will you add more fluoride to the water?
One of my planks has certainly included fluoridating all beverages, so we don't have to add more to the water itself.
Oh, wow.
But in a related vein, I do believe that we as a country can afford lead for all of our water. Thank you.
A nice essential mineral there, lead.
Yes.
Desiree Lindsay, I've heard of her, asks.
Very familiar.
So, it's a very familiar sounding name there. Desiree Lindsay asks if she can have a fudgesicle.
Of course.
Okay. What do you think about silent? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh no. Kiani asks, what do we think about putting psilocybin in the drinking water?
Well, that's very rare. It might be feasible to dissolve psilocybin in water. I don't know. It reminds me of in 1968 at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago when the Yippies made a wonderful stunt because they were amazing pranksters and made amazing stunts. And simply by making this claim, I think they might have had a press release or they just might have had a press conference. They were claiming that they were going to put LSD in the water supply of Chicago during the convention. And because they said this, and even though it was physically impossible and would have required like so much of it, and it wouldn't have been soluble in the water anyway, they did cause them to have to deploy like the National Guard around the reservoir. So once again, it sounds like it would be a non-consensual act, and dosing people is wrong. Thank you.
Okay, very good. And so, but the lead,
unconsensual dosing of people is wrong.
Right, but not the lead because that's essential.
Yes, strong teeth for strong America.
Strong teeth with lead. So where is it? Joseph Yako asks, where is it? There are actual swastika-bearing Nazis that are getting awfully bold. How would you solve this problem?
Well, that is indeed a problem, and that is something that we do have to seriously deal with as a society and as a country. And they do get their free speech and stuff because that's a thing that we are certainly allowed here. And if that's their expression, I believe we can only counter it through being louder and bolder, perhaps, and making them feel a little unwelcome and a little bit more like the asshole that they is. And shame, I guess shame is the alternative form of societal disapproval and personal disapproval, and sometimes that works as a tactic that doesn't involve violence, for example. So we have to certainly explore all of our options with this particular issue.
Very good. And quick update again, for those who didn't see it earlier, we have won the Libertarian Party presidential recruitment competition, where each of the presidential...
We won again!
We won again. There's some question because originally we were told that it ended today on 420, but Vermin believes that it's possible that he may have seen that it ends at the end of the month, in which case we'll win in 10 days. But anyway, for now, we are the reigning champion winners. Okay. What's that?
Yeah. Oh, it ends at midnight tonight.
Midnight tonight.
Oh, if anybody wants to make throw up the link.
Oh, okay.
2 hours.
LP dot here. Let me type it in. I'll type it in. LP.org. Is that gonna work? Probably not. Let's see. LP.org/Vermin Supreme, and that is definitely want to go and do that right now. What better way to show your grandparents and your family that you are sick of them telling you what to do than to vote for Vermin Supreme? Let me pick a color so you can actually see this. Let's see here. Color. Black. Love doing stuff live. That's always fun. Yeah, go to lp.org. Yep. There we go. lp.org/Vermin Supreme. And you too can get in on this sweet in your face to all the people who said that we were driving people away from the party, because we aren't. We are in fact growing the party about 100 people at a time. And that's
stick it to the man.
Sticking it to the man. All the people that told you that, you'd never amount to anything, you can prove them wrong by showing them that you amounted to someone who joined the Libertarian Party, if nothing else. lp.org/Vermin Supreme.
And you should absolutely spend your Donald dollars on joining the Libertarian Party and donating to Vermin Supreme.
Yes. Spend your Trump bucks over at lp.org/Vermin Supreme, or even better yet, go to verminsupreme2020.com/shop, or even just verminsupreme2020.com/donate, or even go to verminsupreme2020.com and press the donate with crypto button. You can donate some of that Ethereum you've been hodling, and give us some.
We take Doge coins, don't we?
Doge coins, probably. I hope so. And that pack coin, all those sweet altcoins that you've been hodling, just waiting for them to moonshot. And better yet, just give them to us. Just give them to us. Or if you want something in exchange, what's that? If you want something,
our campaign has bills and stuff. Man.
Yeah, we have bills.
Crazy.
We got to pay our bills. And if you want something in exchange for money, like some kind of, I don't know, capitalist or something, then you should go to verminsupreme2020.com/shop and get some of our sweet ass merch that we have, shirts and we have ornaments, and we have bumper stickers and all sorts of other fun stuff. We got books,
handcrafted. Oh yeah,
handcrafted stuff. We got all sorts of amazing stuff, including some brand new 420 themed Vermin Supreme merch, real new Rasta Farai 420 stuff, and also a really creepy shirt with my face on it right there in the middle there. How'd you like to really enforce social distancing for the foreseeable future? Like walking around with that and having people stay at least 6 feet away. Honestly, it might actually cause people to temporarily come up close to you to see what that is, but then immediately you'll never have to worry about them coming anywhere near you ever again, including even people that love you right now. Drive away even your closest loved ones by wearing a shirt with my head looking kind of bemused. I guess is the best way to describe that look. And do that. You can get that for the low price of $19.50 over at verminsupreme2020.com. And let's see what the question here. I'm being told in the comments that everyone wants Spike on their chest. There's so many places I can take that, but I am happily married, ladies. And let's see here. JC Cook says Vermin Supreme is changing the political landscape by revolutionizing the LP strategy. Thank you so much, JC. Rad Shad says, is there any way to volunteer for the campaign? I'd like to help out, but cannot afford to donate right now. Well, Rad Shad, we would absolutely love for you to join the campaign. I'm going to bring up the link again, even though it's the shop link. But if you go to verminsupreme2020.com and contact us there, we have a contact form. Give us your info and say you'd like to become a volunteer for the campaign, and our volunteer coordinators will reach out to you and get you onboarded and part of the Vermin Supreme, Team Supreme Cohen, Vermin Spike, Supreme Cohen team as soon as possible. So yeah, no, thank you for asking.
It's a movement. Am I right, people?
It is a movement. We're moving. Someone asked, do you accept Spike Cohen coin? If there is such a thing, then yes. This is a question that was already sort of asked, but I think it's an important one to bring up again if this person didn't know. All accusers deserve to be heard. Ezra over on Periscope asked, what are your thoughts on non-binary or gender non-conforming people and accepting them?
I believe everybody should be accepted for who they are.
Very good. Elis says that all of Albania supports you for president. Every single person in Albania wants you to be the president of of Albania or of the United States. We'll get clarification, but they want you to be the president of something. All of them.
Okay. Well, if everybody does, if it's a unanimous decision, then I'm very excited for my promotion.
And if it's truly unanimous, that doesn't violate the NAP. That is truly the government of the consent of the government.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So let's see here. Dane Posner asked, do you support military, police, and prison abolition? I do, and I'll let Vermin speak for himself.
Wait a minute. Do I support the military police? Was that the question?
No. Sorry. The abolition of the military, the police, and prisons.
Ultimately, yes, I think so. I think, of course, there are. It puts us in a serious situation of finding alternative methods in dealing with reprobates and sociopaths and what have you. But yes, ultimately, they're terrible. Prisons, in particular, terrible institutions. Military, I will defer slightly. I'll play the minarchist advocate, and say I'll go with the military, with the LP platform states, which is military just minimal enough to secure the borders of the United States from foreign invasion. I'll settle for that, but if nothing else, like slash down that $1 zillion budget down to nothing.
Very good. Very good. So let's see here. Mark asks, is it possible that Vermin could have more love and compassion in his dang heart? I don't think so. Well, he answered his own question. That's convenient.
Nice.
Let's see.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's good. Yeah, thank you for that, for the convenience of that. Mark asks another question, which also, again, answering his own question. We're liking Mark here. Guys, Mark's a real go-getter here. He's answering his own questions. He says, you want an America we can all be proud of, vote Supreme. Again, we need some more overachievers like Mark who just answer their own questions. I like this one. Is today's oil stock price collapse the first building block of the pony-based economy? That's actually a really good question.
I believe it is, sure. Yes, it will just make it that much more economically feasible. Get those pony carts cranking, y'all. So, 2 words. Oh, 3 words. Pony belly futures.
Pony bellies. Pony coin. No, I mean, petrodollars permanently BTFO'd today, so I think that's legit. Kiani asks, why do you think that Joe Biden is stealing votes from you?
Because he's a thief.
That's true. Well, Marshall Strong says, sir, he calls you sir. Sir, will my pony be a fast pony?
Well, it depends if you get the basic version or the faster version. It just all depends on where you fall on the pony scale and what your citizen social score might be. So, yes, could be very fast. Could come with 6 legs if you played your cards right.
Nice.
If you prove you're loyal to the party. Now you're talking.
That's right. And you know what? There's no better way, guys, to prove that you're loyal to the party. Perfect segue there, by the way, Vermin. Than by joining the Libertarian Party by going to lp.org/Vermin Supreme and showing everyone in your family just what kind of person you are by joining the Libertarian Party, lp.org/Vermin Supreme.
Don't know if we have any more sponsorships available, but we might.
We might. We may even have sponsorships available if you reach out to us by going, oddly enough, to verminsupreme2020.com and press the wrong thing there. verminsupreme2020.com and contact us. Just ask us how we're doing and how you can help, and we will.
2 hours. You got 2 hours to help me crush the competition.
You got 2 hours to show Gammy and Gamps that you're not going to vote blue no matter who. Here's your chance, kids.
Vote boot, no matter what.
Vote boot head. Jason Hess asks us, will horses be the big rigs, or will we use more ponies in a harness?
Interesting fun fact is that pound per pound, ponies can haul more than a proportionate Clydesdale. I think I saw that somewhere, and I stand by it because I read it on a Facebook meme once. So yeah, and of course, once again, the definition of what a pony is could change with some very simple government regulation, deregulation, or simply renaming. Because currently, pony is it stands at whatever is under 14, a horse that's under 14 hands. We could just increase it incrementally by a hand here, a hand there, and the next thing you know, the legal definition of a pony, it would include a mule. Man, those things are huge.
Well, and it also, I mean, we don't even have to change the number of hands. We can just change whose hands we're using. I mean, we could use someone's tiny, like some Trump hands, some little tiny Trump hands, and then that'll fix that.
That would be create inflation, I think.
Which is perfect for our bubble economy that we're trying to create.
True.
So this seems like this was a two-part question. Okay. What do you think about allowing a specialized force of superheroes to defend the universe? Alternatively, how would you feel about that same force defending only the moon, Phobos? This feels like an oddly specific question.
It only makes sense.
I agree. Iwa question mark, got a question mark in Iwa's name, asks, will you end the creation of drones that spy on the public that the government is brainwashing the public to believe are real animals known as birds?
They will be replaced with pony drones. Absolutely.
Very good. Mark, again, answering his own questions in just brilliant fashion. Vermin looks exactly like Moses. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. Guys, again, if you really want to get some love here, answer your own questions. So let's see. Liz,
and are we doing that like a chat extra thing where like if they can ask us anything if they like give us money or something?
Yes, give us money.
Isn't that a thing?
Give us money.
Is this a telethon? Are we supposed? Are we making this a telethon or?
It should be a telethon. Everyone start giving us money, please. We should get some money, and if you give us money, then that's when it gets really. That's when it's going to get really good. That's when you unlock the special features.
Because this is your opportunity to quantify your appreciation for all that I have done all of these years in a financial term. Your financial assistance helps this campaign move forward through space and time as we are closer now than ever before, and this is a fact, and closer to being president of America than ever. So give what you can. We know times are tough, and we appreciate that too. But if you got a little extra to throw our way, please do. Thank you. Now back to you, Spike. And then we'll have a band on the side and stuff, right?
We'll have a band. Just give us money and we'll do whatever you want. Super chat's not enabled. Yeah. So we haven't reached whatever standard is required for our channel to be able to have super chat. It's not from lack of trying, but you can in fact just.
But we could pretend we had it, right?
We can just pretend, and you could also just give us money by going to verminspring2020.com and you can go to our shop and buy it.
Show us the screenshot of your thing and
send us screenshots or a link to upload on on Flickr. Yeah. Showing that you donated money to us. One of the best ways to donate. You can get this hat here, this shirt. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, $20. I'll bark like a dog for you.
I think that's worth it. I might actually do that. 1950 right there. He will bark like a dog, and you will get a shirt with my head on it. I mean, there might be better ways to spend $20, but I certainly won't tell you what they are. Let's see here.
I have a question for Vermin.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I want to address the McRib issue.
Yes.
I want to know what you're going to do to combat McDonald's inflating the McRib market with artificial McRib scarcity and ultimately creating fiat McRibs.
Well, I will definitely be flooding the market with pony McRibs. and that should bring it all down.
McRibs. Now, you also, I remember you protested one time when you found out that McDonald's was, in fact, putting babies in the McRibs.
Well, that was indeed an extremely hilarious moment in time with comedian Rob Patillo that we pranked on these right to lifer fundamentalists with their giant 6-foot mangled fetus photo posters. And oh, yes, if you type in McRib and Vermin Supreme or Rob Patillo and McRib, that one will pop right up. That was at the Democratic National Convention in Charlotte, and I also made a Charlotte scraping us off the uterus of Charlotte and a DNC joke. Yes, but it was high hilarity. The first day I approached the gentleman, I was quite offended by him and quite triggered, quite frankly, because as you know, what a snowflake I am. And I went up to him and I was extremely rude and said some things that were extremely inappropriate and mildly threatening, perhaps. But later that night, we realized, and I felt bad because I went there and I shouldn't have done that because I don't like to do that, but he triggered me that hard. And so we went home and found that McRib is back sign, and a classic moment in comedy ensued as we did indeed claim that the McRib was created from giant factory farm fetuses from Idaho, I believe. And the crowd loved it. And Flip Benningham, who was the man behind the sign, very much enjoyed it to a certain level. And fun fact, Flip Benningham from that video was a friend of Randall Terry's, and we started to chat that a little bit, and then I glitter bombed him and the glitter fetuses for everybody, and I don't know, you have to be there or you have to watch it on YouTube, I guess.
The McRib is back.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite.
You could share the link out there, I guess.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna find that because that is actually one of my favorite videos of yours. I can't tell you.
It really is one of the funniest.
It is just absolutely terrific. I'm putting it in the.
In terms of subverting real life through just like in a full-on absurdist presentation, yeah, that was right up there.
That was terrific. Sure. That was terrific. So, Grandma Jojo asked, "Are you washing your hands properly?"
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Frequently. Out, damn virus! Out, damn virus! Out!
Good. So Marshall Strong asks, does making Randall Terry gay violate the NAP?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Eric Fogelberg makes an excellent point that Randall Terry has still not asked to be ungayed, which indicates a level of consent there. So Anthony Michael says, hi, I love you, Vermin. Mark says, only Vermin. Vermin is the only candidate to reference Macbeth. Let's see. Jason Hess says he likes me. Thank you, Jason. Jonathan Schwinn says 10 points to Ravenclaw for the Macbeth reference. Let's see here. The man says that he's nude, which is, I mean, great, good for you.
Well, you can do that. You can be nude from home and telecommute.
Yeah, no, that's the beauty of the new world we live in. I love doing conventions where I get to be all dressed up at top, business on top, and maybe nothing in the bottom, maybe nothing. Who knows? Not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Make them guess.
Got to make.
They're picturing that anyway.
That's the thing. I want to fulfill the dream. David Ryan asks if we're going to go back in time and kill baby coronavirus. We absolutely are. There has been some of these bleeding heart pinko libtards out here have been suggesting that we go back in time and raise coronavirus to be better, right? Like, take it to art class. And I think that smacks of universal childcare. And we don't agree with those kinds of state-run social programs, so we're gonna kill it. Let's see. Will you? Oh, this. So we've been asked multiple times if you will either lower the price of oranges or make oranges free.
How about apples?
Are you comparing apples and oranges?
I suppose that I am.
Well, that's fair.
But an apple a day will keep the doctor away, and has traditionally been part of my my healthcare platform plan. Is indeed one apple per person per day.
That's fair.
Sure, it's a payoff to the apple industry, but it's okay.
Very good. Steve Schultz asks, a while back on your live stream, you shouted freedom and did it better than Braveheart. Can you shout freedom again?
I suppose that I can. Was that today? I don't remember yelling out.
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm gonna freedom.
That was good. That was so good that your mic actually turned its own volume down, which is funny.
Oh, my microphone's way over there. That's so funny. I've been recording the show. I left my microphone on the floor.
No, it's been sounding good.
Okay, I'll put it back there then. No worries.
Jeff asks, several members of the collective of armed workers like Vermin. Can we get a shout out?
Hello, armed workers.
Very good. Let's see. Bamboo Bob has a good question. Do you think we should make warmongering politicians do 1-versus-1 Western-style duels and televise it and use the profit to decrease the national debt?
Some sort of gladiator thing, eh?
Right.
Yeah, maybe. If that's the will of the people, and it's, I think that's in the Constitution.
Very good.
I don't think it's not in the Constitution.
That's fair. So guys, we are coming up on the 2-hour mark, and Vermin has been an absolutely fantastic guest on this amazing 420 AMA that we've done.
Woo!
Vermin, before I let you go and let all of the rest of everyone else go here, and do one more time of pimping our shop here. Anything?
Yes, of course.
Any last thing that you and or Becky would like to tell the children at home?
Well, I just wanted to thank you for joining us here this evening and asking all those questions and spending some time and tuning in with the walks in the woods. And obviously, we're still in this crazy Corona world with the lockdowns and the balance of trying to do what is responsible and feasible according to the medical professionals in terms of avoiding the spread of this contagion and flatten the curve and all that good stuff. And yet our rights also in this overreach of the government trying to keep you in your home, busting people's chops for being in their own yard or being a cohabitating couple too close together, or so yeah, of course the state will be making their flex, and we have to figure out the most smartest, prudent, wisest way to respond. I don't think denial of the reality of the disease is necessarily the way to go, and I would not pay too much heed to a lot of those wacky conspiracy theories. And once again, let us continue building our organic networks of trusted loved ones, and strengthen our families, and build our communities, and start figuring out how things are going to look like on the other side. Let's not make it the same damn world that we left, and let's continue the acts of the mutual aid that are making this whole thing move by and be tolerable. The feds ain't been knocking on too many people's doors asking how they can help. So please reach out to the people who need the help, and your friends who are prone to this and that, and neighbors who need assistance in any way, shape, or form. And take care of yourself. And I give you the gift of patience as you continue to cohabitate with your people and your family, and try not to drive each other too crazy, and all that good stuff. We're in it for the long haul. Life is, if we make it through. And of course, yes, people are dying and will die, and there's a lot of people dealing with the terrible repercussions of this disease, and we got to give them all props and respect for what they're putting up with and putting themselves on the line for. And so be smart, be safe, and let's try and make it through, and offer you the gift of strength if you're dealing with people who have this this affliction, as it were. And good luck, good night, keep the faith, one love.
Thank you, Vermin. And final word from Becky: we're all gonna die. So folks, before I let you go, thanks again for tuning in for this absolutely amazing episode, AMA for 420. Don't forget to go to lp.org, Vermin Supreme, in the next 2 hours to contribute to the continued win of Vermin Supreme in the presidential recruitment contest, and to join the Libertarian Party. And of course, be sure to go to verminsupreme2020.com, where you can shop, you can donate, you can sign up, you can contact us to volunteer, you can drop a note to say hi, you can do all sorts of fun stuff. But you can also go and buy some sweet-ass Vermin and Spike merch, including just a shirt with my head on it, apparently. So that'll be a lot of fun, only $20. And folks, thanks again for tuning in, and we will be doing another one of these again soon, and we will be announcing it. And thank you for your questions. If we did not get to your question, be sure to reach out to us either on our website, verminsupreme2020.com, or on our social media, Vermin Supreme, at Vermin Supreme on Twitter, facebook.com/Vermin Supreme on Facebook. We're on TikTok. I, myself, right here in the bottom left, you can see at Real Spike Cohen on Twitter, facebook.com/literally Spike Cohen, or if you're searching in the Facebook bar, it is Spike Cohen, your next VP. So folks, thanks again for tuning in. We are so grateful to have you tune in. And until next time, have a good one. Happy 420, guys.
Slightly like-minded. In Indeed, the life I've lived brings light to kindness. All you need is a sign. Put a cease to the crimes. Put an ease to the minds like mine. Sometimes darkness is all I find. You know what they say about an eye for an eye. In a time when the blind lead the blind, who am I to deny I would cry when a loved one dies? I recognize that body outside, bullet holes in the body that was alive. Now confined to a chalk outline. Find out how, but you never know why. It ain't even make it to the news at 9. It ain't even make it to the news at 9. That's my sister, mother, father, brother, son. That's one of mine. All these years I close my eyes, open up to only find I'm in line. There's a pointless murder happening all the time. Either lose your life or mine, caught up in live versus die. That ain't how it started, nah. How were we supposed to survive? There's a war going on outside. Who would want to raise a child? Whom the tomb is flashing by. Now you have to say goodbye when you watch them on the news at 5. Don't tell me how, tell me why.
We